Trump really wants you to stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein, but even people in his world have not stopped talking about Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Cameron Kasky with Bulwark. I'm joined today by my friend Snacks the Hip Hopper. Snacks, are you seeing this shit?
Hey, man, it's a wild time we living in right now.
It's like actually the conspiracy that conspiracy theorists have been freaking out about, pedophiles, secret islands, lists of billionaire elites and everything. The real conspiracy that everybody's been talking about exists. And Trump's AG, Pam Bondi, said she had the Epstein list on her desk. And now he's saying there's no Epstein list at all. What are you hearing from your friends about this?
I mean, look, for years after the first Epstein files kind of came out and everything like that, obviously I have a lot of different friends who are conspiracy theorists, and they're like, man, this is like one of the things they always kept saying. Hey, Trump appears in there a lot. Trump's in there a lot. Trump's in there a lot. It's also kind of convenient how, they release security camera footage, right? And there's a minute cut out of it.
That was so odd because it's like, even if this footage just completely got rid of any of those theories that somebody came in and did it, two conspiracy theories still remain. I'm not saying I believe either of them, but one, it's like Epstein was given no choice. He did in fact do it himself, but that's because he knew that he had no option. And number two, where the fuck is that minute of footage? But regardless, it's like Trump is acting like this is just some random fringe conspiracy theory, even though he ran on releasing the Epstein files. It was a huge rallying point for MAGA when he was running against Harris. I want to play this footage right now of Trump telling us to basically leave this shit alone.
No, it's I call it the Epstein hoax. It takes a lot of time and effort. Instead of talking about the great achievements we've had, a great gentleman yesterday, as you know, went on CNBC and he made the statement that Trump may go down as the greatest president of all in the United States. And instead of talking about the things we've achieved, we've had tremendous achievement. They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously had some very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. I'd rather talk about the success we have with the economy, the best we've ever had, and all of the things we've done, including in the Middle East. I mean, you see it. Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so Trump calls these people stupid people, which we know that Trump thinks his base is stupid. We know that a lot of politicians think that their voters are stupid. But also, it's like, Epstein didn't kill himself 3 or 4 years ago. He killed himself 6 years ago while Trump was president. So this is so weird. And of course, he does that thing that Trump always does, where whenever pressed on something, he says, you know, what people could be talking about is our great achievements. Many people are saying this is the best administration of all time. But I don't know, Snacks. I really think that this is one of those issues. There's so many things where you're like, oh, is this where MAGA is going to turn on him? Is this where MAGA is going to turn on him? I think so. Oh my God. Keep this in the video. The chair that I'm in just kind of broke. Keep it in. Don't edit this out. There's so many issues where we're like, MAGA's going to turn on Trump here. But this one, it's like conspiracy theories were at the center of how Trump was able to build his coalition. Like so much of Trump's power came from the world of conspiracy theorists and things exactly like release the Epstein files. That's why it was at the center of his 2024 campaign. How do you think he's going to get out of this one?
To even get into the presidency, he just gaslit a whole bunch of people to get in there. I don't know if you guys remember the first presidency, but all the super PACs were mad because he tried to call them out. You know, he didn't need the super PACs money to win, right? So he has a long history of always gaslighting his base or the people that support him to even get there. So, I mean, I think it's kind of obvious that he's just going to add, maybe a little bit more gas or a little bit more flame to the fire and keep on going with it, right?
That's what I'm afraid of here, I guess, is that Trump now has something that he needs people to stop talking about. And normally when that happens, he acts out and does something huge to turn the media attention to that. So I'm sort of afraid we're going to get Trump lashing out, especially since when he feels like he's losing support from his base, when he feels like he's pissing off his people, due to the fact that he is so desperate for love and approval from the masses. People who need approval and their egos are so attached to getting praised, when they feel as though they are being robbed of it, they get mad and they get violent and they start to act out. But it's like, who is he gonna get his support from. Like, obviously he was able to get Charlie Kirk to bend the knee. Charlie Kirk, who has so many tweets up about how the Democrats are trying to stop you from releasing the Epstein files, etc. Charlie Kirk ended up saying, you know what? I trust our president. I trust our administration. But a lot of key supporters of Trump's, especially in the new media space, which is so influential, are actually really pissed about this. A lot of the right-wing Twitter accounts that I follow are really pissed about this. And I'm just like, do you think when you're talking to people who feel like Trump is at least kind of honest with them, this can be the turning point where they're like, oh no, he is in fact the liar that people are saying he is?
I hope, I wish. And it's kind of crazy that they thought that maybe this would be the one thing that would indemnify their candidate, right? He's not on those files at all. But it's kind of, I think the more surprising thing is, man, people are really this stupid, man. Like, he really lied to you this many times and you still trust it. And he's still lying to you right now. And there's still people who hold a shadow of doubt. Like, I just don't.
And then what you see is the Republicans voted unanimously to stop the release of the Epstein files. And it's like, okay, well, what is it? Are there Epstein files and we shouldn't release them? Or are there no Epstein files at all? There doesn't seem to be some sort of clear messaging across the board with the right. Some of them are saying that they don't exist at all. Ooh, it's a hoax. How could there be Epstein files? Whether or not it was literally Trump who said that he would release them. And then other Republicans are saying, no, for some reason or another, we shouldn't release the files. They can't even agree on whether or not there are files. And it's like, of course, Epstein had a fucking client list. You're telling me he runs a pedophile island resort
off the top of
and
his head, off the
have
dome,
a list somewhere of who he's dealing with? It's so strange.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I think that a lot of Trump's power did come from conspiratorial people. And if he loses them, I don't know how the Republicans are supposed to recover, because there are so many Republicans in office who would, under any other circumstances, say, yeah, they have to release the Epstein files, but they're getting mixed messaging from Trump. And I'm sure that plenty of them were threatened before this vote with some sort of consequences if they say we should release them. But if you were the Democrats right now, like, I feel like I would just not shut up about the Epstein files. I feel like that's a great way to reach people, is like, show them this huge fucking lie that involves the cover up of a giant pedophile ring. And let's look at the timeline too. There were Epstein files. There were Epstein files on Attorney General Pam Bondi's desk. And as soon as Elon Musk, who could have very well accessed those, said that Trump was on the list, that was the catalyst that made the whole Epstein thing go away. It was when Elon said Trump was on it. But I feel like we all kind of knew that Trump was on it. Like, wasn't there sort of this collective understanding?
I think there was. I think when they originally were released, I might be mistaken, but it's either the Obama administration or early in his administration when they released those files, his name was on there. Clinton's name was on there. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of overlap and a lot of layer. The only thing I do know that is facts is that, you know, the United States government uses Adobe video editing software for highly classified videos, because I guess that's what they figured out. They edited the minute out with Adobe software, man. So
the stuff that got released.
Yes, they edited that
Adobe
video with Adobe software. That's what they figured out. They used Adobe to cut a minute from that video. So if you're ever at your job, your desk job, feeling, you know, unproductive or like you're cheating the system, just know the government they use that same software too, man. Adobe software, man. So,
well, everyone, keep an eye out for those Adobe guys. Who knows what they're up to? Thanks so much for joining me today, Snacks with FY Pod. I'm Cameron Kasky. Leave a comment down below where you think this is all going. Subscribe, and thanks so much.
Yeah, stay easy, man.